Oh, hi, Greeny Cake here, and I had an interesting weekend. I went to what's called the Tank Fest, which is held at the Bovington Tank Museum, and guess which game company was there? Let me see now. You can see that, yeah. Wargaming.net were there. They had a booth, so I thought I'd check it out, ask a few questions. Unfortunately, I didn't have a proper list, but luckily there was this Polish guy there. He was asking some questions, so we'll have that coming up shortly. And in between, I don't know, maybe you'll get to see some of my clan members. I'm Greeny Cake from the clan Idle Guns. We're on the European server, so if you're interested in joining us, please do so. We're really laid back, and as you can see from our leader later, you'll probably fit in. Ta-ra for now. Okay folks, I'm here at Tank Fest, and World of Tanks have got a booth here in the museum. And you are?
My name is Dasha, I'm the PR manager of Wargaming.net. We're presenting World of Tanks here today at the Tank Fest at the Tank Museum. So it's a big, huge thing going on here. There's a tank show, tank reenactment show, and we have our booth set up. It's set up as a military tent. And there's a whole bunch of computers, there's actually 10 of them all around, so you can just come down, play the game, get some
Only for one day though left. Only one day, but you know.
Yeah, it's actually for 2 days. It's going today, it's going to be continuing tomorrow.
Is anywhere else in Europe you're going this July?
The Tank Fest? No,
just this one, that's it?
Yeah, this is the first time that we've been doing the Tank Fest. And this is actually great, we're loving it. People loving it too.
Yeah,
We're excited about that.
Do you think you guys are going to be in the show in London in September, what it's called?
It's Eurogamer show. Yeah, definitely.
You're going to be there as well?
Yeah. So you should be expecting tanks going to Eurogamer as well.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much, and maybe later we'll get an interview with the CEO about some of the questions you asked.
You're very welcome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay, well, I'm Greeny Cake from Idle Guns clan, European server, and just a couple of quick questions. One of them, there's a big debate in our clan. You've seen the skins that show where you can hit tanks and where the good spots are. I heard that there is no complaint about it, but what's your take on it, personally?
Well, of course, like in any computer game, any cheating kinda is not good. Of course, World of Tanks is not meant to be played with those markings. I myself, I have like 43 or 45 tanks in my garage, and I play fair and square. I don't have those marks. I don't have any cheats. I have to get my own tanks by my own. So regarding these marks, funny story, before the Ural Steel Championship, I believed that Polish teams, like the Polish clans, were the strongest. They beat German teams, they beat Russian teams before. But when they came to Moscow for face-to-face, like 240 people were fighting the finals.
Yeah.
Of course, at the finals we did not allow those markings, so kinda the Polish team did not win the first prize somehow. So I don't know, but to be serious, of course we will one day we will try to disallow that, but that's again like any computer software, any computer game, certain cheating is possible.
Yeah.
Like, so I believe many people, a majority of people play normally, but those, well, we don't like it. We don't like it, but right now we don't concentrate on that.
Okay. Also, what was the question? There's one more game mode coming. Can you tell us more details about that? What it's called and what it entails?
This is my favorite mode. I'm pushing that. We call it garage battle. What happens, you go into battle not with one tank, but with, let's say, 5 tanks.
Yeah.
And let's say you have 50 points, no, not 50, like 40 or 35 points limit. So you have to choose kind of super heavy tank and lower levels too. The battle starts when your first tank is destroyed. You respawn with any of your remaining 4 tanks. So what's going to happen?
Any, so
Yeah, like let's say any, yeah. You can see the situation. If you have artillery and your team needs artillery, okay, you take artillery.
then you can take your artillery,
Yeah.
okay.
The points are the following. Number 1, the battles will be longer and more intense. They will look more like Dota games, right? Or those shooting games with respawn. And number 2, the tactical schemes will be all broken. There will be less camping. Of course, the first minute or 2, there might be some, strategic positioning or, camping. But after the battle starts and you're killed and you respawn, the battle goes on, like it's mayhem everywhere. Also, you know who killed you, which gives you a little more personal approach with your second tank. So I believe after the first kill, there will be no more camping. There will be straightforward head-to-head, intense battle with lots of kills.
It's an interesting game mode. There's one more game mode, like in Battlefield 2, where you have several flags and it's a ticket-based system. So how many you occupy, whoever gets to 1,000, say, tickets is the winning side. Is there an idea to make that kind of territorial, multiple territorial maps in future, perhaps?
This is the official position. We will be, World of Tanks, it's just the beginning of World of Tanks. We are going to continue developing the game for the next like 5-7 years.
Fingers crossed.
No, that's for sure. I mean, right now there is no doubt about it.
Yeah.
So of course we have a huge list of improvements in all aspects of the game. More tanks, more maps, more gaming modes, better communication system, better clan warfare interfaces. So yes, when it comes to modes, I can officially say that we are going to shamelessly rip off each and any gaming mode from shooting games, from RPG games, from action games. Of course, only those which suit. So of course, by saying ripping off, I mean being inspired. We will be inspired by certain modes, like you have just described with Battlefield 2, with multiple flags and ticket-based system. But yeah, it will just take some time.
When do we think it's coming?
6.5 is like very soon. I know I have in my mail, like it's the 3rd round of internal, this super testing in Russia. So it's like really, really close. We're not rushed to have it like specifically on Monday or Tuesday, because we'd rather wait 1 or 2 more days and fix the bug if there is a bug. Find a fix.
Would you give an announcement not one day before you put the new patch or a week before?
You just surprise us.
Because the last one was just only 1 day before.
So you should be ready for patches any moment.
Yeah. And one final question. The next patch with the TDs, I know you've already mentioned the answer, but I didn't catch it. The American TDs.
Yeah.
When will that patch be coming, do we think, as well?
Well, obviously estimated? No longer than a month and a half, no earlier than the next patch. So 1 month plus or minus, let's say, a week or 2.
Okay, that was for you, Castle Pin. He's American, he only likes the American tanks.
A lot of Russians do play American tanks.
I like the Russian tanks. So.
I play German tanks, mostly.
They're good snipers.
I have a couple of Russian tanks, but most of my pool tanks are German. Yeah, I finally, I had a lot of experience.
I'm about to get one.
I have like 60. I had 60,000. I have.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was saying.
600,000 free experience, waiting for the French tanks, and then I realized, what the heck? And I just leveled up to 54 without playing Russian tanks. Boom.
Yeah.
This is not fun when you level straight ahead with them.
Yeah, I had 600,000 free experience from German tanks and artillery. So I decided, okay, I'll get to this level by September, October when the French tanks come out.
So T-54 might be getting nerfed.
No. It will be counterbalanced with E series. So for Germany, you have to understand very simple concept. When we talk about Panther, King Tiger, or even Mouse, those are tanks from 1943, 44, 45, right? But T-44 and T-54, those are tanks from the 50s, almost 60s, right? So of course, it's really not fair to compare Panther with T-44 and Panther 2 with T-54.
That's why the height here.
There is no need to nerf them. We are coming up with E50, E75, E100. Those tanks did not exist in service.
The blueprints.
Yeah, they're on the blueprints, some prototypes. Tamiya models have E75, E50 kind of in plastic, so they existed in certain sense. But yeah, those tanks will be, of course, a little bit more powerful than Panther, Panther 2, King Tiger, and Mouse. So this will be counterbalanced for Russian tanks.
Thank you.
Queenie Cakes Geeklist.
One more kiss, dear. One more sigh. Only this, dear, is goodbye. For our love is such pain and such pleasure that I'll treasure till I die. So for now, dear, au revoir, ma belle. But I vow, dear, not farewell. For in time we may have all love's glory, our love story to tell.
Another question is, like I told you, I got plenty of questions. What about this when you got the clan, you know? What about the possibility to the commanders in the clan, the team leader or his PO, you know, clan leader can be got a different color in the clan chat, and they can have priority with the speaking.
This comes under improved communication, like bullet point, right? So there are so many things you and I would like to get, you know, to improve in the game. So it's about, well, when it comes, it's not about only this question or muting the bad talking guys. Yeah. It's a whole set of, it's really difficult to make like one small feature. It's gonna happen most probably like this. Let's say September or August, we sit down with the whole list of proposals, like dozens of those, including these two, and 18 more, and we implement the whole refurbishing of the communication system, because right now it is not very good. If there were no camera, I would say it sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got it now, right? I've got it on camera.
And behind the tanks also, you know, do you planning card games? Do you planning board games? Do you planning the making plastic models and so you know, for World of Tanks?
Like, you know, like any let's say successful game. I don't like the word franchise, but relatively successful game. Of course, you have to support the brand and the spirit and your players with, I don't know, T-shirts, mugs, like, you know, coming to tank museums and letting people play. So it has to be. So yes, we are planning. Like when I'm saying planning, it means we think it would be good. Work games, iPhone. Let's say you have your garage on your iPhone.
This is
You can just log in and see your tanks, equip your tanks, maybe buy something or talk to your clan members by phone.
Can you thinking to make some kind of auction so people can sell the old tanks together?
I have to be very, very strict about it. This game is not about trade. We are very, very reluctant to allow trade because the game may be ruined. There are so many examples of MMO RPGs with Chinese gold farmers and all that stuff. So people stop playing the game and start, doing that. Again, it's camera, I would say crap.
Yeah. No, it is.
All the things is more about, tactics and using tanks. Yes, there is certain economy because it's free to play, and yes, somehow we have to make some money, right? As a business, you have to pay programmers to run servers and stuff like this. So yeah, there is certain gold items or gold concepts you can use in the game. Apart from that, we don't want it to be a virtual economy like in economical simulators, like like Even Line. It has strong economy, but they're all the time fighting the inflation and gold farming, or they have to ban thousands of accounts because of that. We want this game to be strictly about tank fighting, platoon tactics, team tactics, tanks, about tank fighting, not trading.
Not trading. Alright, about tank fighting. There's you should stop me under the question.
Just actually a quick question. The British tree, have you started any work on that yet?
Yeah, it's been brewed. First we have to roll out the French, because they're too exotic to be missed. Right, so they will change the game quite. The British, but we have to kind of.
What will you do with the Churchill and the Valentine, because they're
those versions you have in Russian army, they will stay there as Land-Lease premium tanks, but as I cannot give you the exact lineup for each tree, but I don't see any reasons why they would not be just a part of, I don't know, like level 3 or 4, a part of the way going to level 10. Yeah, those are normal, like the French captured trophy tanks. In French tree, they will be normal tanks.
Is some kind of joke that French tanks will have one gear to front and 4 to back.
and waving white flags, right? I don't know, man. I don't know. With this automatic loading, I would be. Well, they have automatic loading, right? The after-war tank, they just load 6. I mean, they shoot 6 rounds like really fast. Then they reload long time. But the first 6 rounds they shoot really fast.
It should be.
There's another joke for you. We will also introduce smaller tank nations. Like, okay, unfortunately, this is a joke. Yeah, Japan is a big nation. Japanese engineers smoke good weed, I can tell. So Italian players pleaded, like they sent lots of emails to us saying, please, do not make Italian tanks World of Tanks. Okay. But anyway, there will be like some little Hungarian tanks, some little Italian tanks, maybe Swedish tanks, some small examples.
I'm Polish, and in my clan I give you a question where they make Polish tanks.
So
it's
we will
really
have
funny.
a couple of Polish tanks, like Polish use British tanks or Russian tanks, right? So for Polish tanks, there will be a special feature. There will be the 5th member of the team, a dog. And it will give you Yeah, that's actually a joke.
I was prepared for this. I really love this TV series,
To get this joke, one of the tankmen has to be Georgian, one of the tankmen has to be Russian, one of them has to be Polish. Who was the 4th one?
All right, back to serious questions. You say something about this iPhones you make in the garage. Do you be thinking, because now it's becoming more popular, the tablets with
the same, the tablets and Androids, like
with on tablets.
This is like official position. There are a lot of areas we may expand, right? Like tablets, Androids, iPhones, card games, even social game or browser game, or for tablets and Androids and iPhones, you can make either utility programs like your garage, maybe exploring tank trees, maybe tank encyclopedia. Also, you can have a real 3D gameplay. You can have a lot of things. But we have to understand, number one, probably this is not right now the highest priority.
Yes,
Remember, as a business, we have to focus and concentrate because our current players, they have a lot of imminent, like urgent problems in the PC game right now. Like you said, communication, switching off bad people, and clan hierarchy and functionality. There's a lot of stuff we have to do for the game itself. So whenever we do some spin-off projects, we are very cautious. We don't want to divert our engineers for that. So that's why we are partnering with other companies. For example, the press release is coming out like Monday. That we entered a very strategic close partnership with an iPhone developer in Minsk, like 20-something people. So they will exclusively focus on World of Tanks spin-offs. So you see, instead of diverting our own people, we rather attract for close strategic partnerships other companies. Well, we interest them like big time so that they work only with us. And they will be gradually making all those, we call that bells and whistles, right? So it's not necessarily going to be fast, or it's not necessarily going to be dozens of different games. Remember, quality, we cannot jeopardize the whole World of Tanks concept. We cannot, there are some companies which might be, okay, we have success, so let's make zillions of other games, boom, 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 here, there. You know, quality, you have to spend time, resources and money and be very focused to get quality. So that's why we are expanding the, let's say, lineup of products, but very cautiously and slowly.
To be honest,
Greeny Cake's Gig List!
this is the latest member of the Boy List. He's called...
I'm called some guy. Some young guy.
Some young
For you. Thanks. Thanks everywhere you go.
Here's Rolandos Idle Guns. He's our leader, which is a bit worrying.
Very worrying.
Yeah.
For me, for everyone. But join us. We're not all saying. We're not all touching our nipples. Normally it's other people's nipples. Here we are at Tank Fest, looking awesome. They've got quite a few tanks here. Tanks for
Places.
places. They have tracks.
Yeah. Why is that though, Mr. Rolandos?
Are they?
Why do they have tracks?
Probably so they don't get so many punches, I think. Maybe punching becomes a bit of a problem out in the field.
In the places.
Yeah. Those tanks look cool. You know, off-roading it. Not so many punches.
We've got tanks over there, I don't know why I'm filming you.
Let's go have a look at these tanks over there, shall we?
Oh yes. Okay, here we go then.
If I guy in front doesn't hurry up, it's going to get run there. Take over! Yeah! The gun looks a little inadequate, but it's taking that side. Look at that magnitude. Stop side!
Not too much penetration.
On stealth mode!
Last one question and I stop you. I read the news, you'll be thinking to doing the flying.
Yes, World of Warplanes, this is the name of the game. It will be obviously, so right now it's too early to talk about close details because the project was started not a long time ago. Obviously it will be very similar to World of Tanks in structure, so there will be credits, experience, gold, there will be nations, there will be trees, very similar, but it's about airplanes. Of course, the flight model and the combat style will be...
Is it modern or is it World War II?
No, it's World War II. So far, it's World War II until the jet planes, like Korean War.
I was curious how you set up the start for the game, because basically the tanks start in the ground, in the base, how the planes stand, in the air or in the...
Again, this is a good question, actually. Like World of Tanks, you see what we did. We said to ourselves and to you that we're not going to make a super realistic tank simulation, because there are games like this and they're not very popular, so the game will go nowhere if we did that. Also, arcade-ish on the other side of the range is not an option as well. We spend a lot of time to find that sweet medium spot to make it like look more or less photorealistic, feel like real, have some historically accurate things, like tanks themselves are very historically accurate and their relative parameters are more or less historically accurate, but the gameplay is, yes, a little easier than a real tank command, right? Same for airplanes. If we make it like IL-2, let's say, right, when it takes you half an hour to take off and then you crash at landing, I don't believe this game will be enjoyed by millions of people. So making it like too arcade-ish is also kind of dangerous. Again, that's why we don't make too many announcements about that. We're slowly taking our time. We are not rushed to work on the flight model now.
Do it will not easy to make first sea battle or naval? Naval, so basically somebody told about the ships.
Why not?
Did somebody talk about this? Think about this?
A 6-year-old boy, after playing World of Tanks for, let's say, 1 hour, can give you the projects which our company or any other company can do. Well, we have a little advantage because we have technology. By reusing, database and all that programs and stuff, we are kind of 2 or 3 years ahead of anyone who wants to start this from zero. So a 6-year-old boy can give you the list, like, okay, tanks, modern tanks, helicopters, battleships, World War II warplanes, modern warplanes, and of course big walking robots.
Star Wars.
So it's not about guessing there's a game called Navy Field, called Battleships. So it's not about okay, let's make the MMO about battleships. Before World of Tanks, there are 2 other tank games, Elite 1941 and Tank Ace, Korean games. The point is not the...
Shell shots.
Okay, you see, three ones. Navy Field 2. With airplanes there is Heroes in the Sky and some other games. The point is, it's not about guessing the right concept. A 6-year-old boy can't guess the concept. It's about concentrating like $10 million and 300 people, quality, veteran team to make it in reasonable time, with very good quality, with very good community management, with, well, I'm not saying our community management is perfect now, we're working on that. We opened office in Berlin and in San Francisco Bay Area.
You got an office here in Britain?
Well, it's not physical office, we just have a couple of guys just working for us, like Fraser doing PR. So we're getting there. So when we talk about battleships, yeah, why not? Like of course we are thinking about battleships. We just need to have a company which can do that under our very close supervision with the highest level of quality.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay.
There it is.
And who is this?
I'm feeling frosty. Feeling a little bit horny.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah.
Again, let's come back to that question. It's very important. We are planning a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like
It's not going to be over here anyway. Problem. Too much noise.
Is she going to sing a song?
Yeah, Yeah, so I asked you also the Android, because the Android system is coming out, so you know it's different by the iPhone, you know. So the two systems you can support with the game, you know, the tablets, making some easy games for them. Yeah.
Oh, come on! I think the lecture's happening now, isn't it?
I mean, is she going to give us a lecture?
This is the lecture, you know.
No, she's giving the time.
The problem is this hasn't got very good mic, so don't mind if I'm very close. Otherwise you won't hear anything, you see.
Yeah.
And I went to Tankfest, Bollington, 2011, which, as you know, he had a booth there. You guessed it, Wargaming.net, the guys who made World of Tanks. And I got to have, well, a few questions. World of Tanks. And I've got to ask the CEO some questions, and also the PR lady explained that they had a booth and stuff there, which is also quite nice. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. Here's the interview, and also coming up later and in between it, or in between, oh, that's it.